to the VIP.
Yeah, the IP, VIP.
Don't wait, cause tonight's on me.
It's on me, baby, all on me, yeah.
Sexy models, champagne bottles.
Yeah, the IP, VIP.
Got 2 models, 3 more bottles.
Bottle when I'm out, got a bottle, there's only one side. B. Taylor, yeah, the IP, VIP. It's on me, baby, it's all on me, yeah.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Xander Effect. I'm your host, Xander Dames, and may the 4th be with you. Yes, it's the day before Cinco de Drinko, but today's May 4th, and so because of that, may the 4th be with you. We got a lot of really cool stuff to talk about today, including in entertainment news. We have the list of every movie delayed due to the COVID-19 crisis, so I'll go ahead and talk about when those new releases will be coming out for 2021. In sports, the NFL decides to cancel international games. That means no Mexico or London trips. And in video game news, it looks like Assassins Creed has got a lot of new stuff coming for the new next-gen consoles, Assassins Creed Valhalla, which, by the way, saw the trailer for it. Absolutely amazing. Talk a little bit about that. But first, here is Dirty Machines, BBFB, right here on the Xander Effect.
Then I'm fucking these bitches. First I'm burning on my bridges, then I'm fucking these bitches. I'll make you proud. Slap the hoes that turn me down. I did not come back this time to fuck around.
Talking all that shit, I know. You're never gonna make it, kid. Let it go. Think what could have been. Think what could have been. When all the pain hits home, I'll make it on my own and shut you out again. Shut you out again.
Think I forgot, well I didn't, fuck you. Here's on my dick, what you won't say, what you won't do. Sick of paying dues cause they only lead to you. You and me saying, you and me saying, burn your mouth disrupting my day. Never did I care a word that you say. Talking all that shit I know, you're never gonna make it, kid, let it go. Think what could have been, think what could have been. When all the pain hits home, I'll make it on my own and shut you out again. Shut you out again. Burning on my bridges, then I'm fucking these bitches. First I'm burning on my bridges, then I'm fucking these bitches. I'll make you proud. Slap the hoes that turn me down. They did not come back this time to fuck around.
Talking all that shit, I know. You're never gonna make it, kid. Let it go. Think what could have been. Think what could have been.
Talking all that shit I know. You're never gonna make it, kid. Let it go.
Think what could have been. Think what could have been. When all the pain hits home, I'll make it on my own and shut you out again. Shut you out again.
Talking all that shit I know. You're never gonna make it, kid. Let it go.
Think what could have been. Think what could have been. When all the pain hits home, I'll make it on my own and shut you out again. Shut you out again. Talking all that shit I know. You're never gonna make it, kid. Let it go. Think what could have been. Think what could have been. When all the pain hits home, I'll make it on my own and shut you out again. Shut you out again.
Hey, yo, what's up? This is the Xander Effect, and I am the DJ KID to Kick Your Pre. Welcome to the place to be.
This'll be on the beat.
Kato, you
way too dope, kid.
Trying his best to keep his head up, but he's fed up. Trying not to lose his mind. You show him love and then they cross you every time. No wonder why he's like this. They took his love, now them drugs got him like this. No wonder why he's like this. Ain't got no more to give, now he's heartless. Them pills talking to him, he depressed. When he can't get them, he be breaking out in sweats. I hate to see my nigga go out like that, no, no. Not like that, no. He's trying, but he's so sick of fighting, yeah. Should've got down on his knees and prayed. Instead he went the other way. Trying his best to keep his head up, but he's fed up. Trying not to lose his mind. You show him love and then they cross you every time. No wonder why he's like this. They took his love, now them drugs got him like this. No wonder why he's like this. Ain't got no more to give, now he's heartless.
In entertainment news, apparently it seems that a lot of new movies that were supposed to be released are slated to actually be delayed due to the current COVID-19 crisis. Among them has been movies such as Black Widow, Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and Wonder Woman 1984, as well as Ghostbusters Afterlife and Pixar's Soul. So there's been a lot of changes, a lot of delays. And according to ET Online, here are a few of the movies that you might be interested in knowing when they're going to actually premiere. Starting off with Black Widow, the original release date was May 1st. Now the new release date is now May 6th. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, the original release date was May 7th, 2021. The new release date is November 5th, 2021. Dungeons & Dragons, the original release date was November 19th, 2021. New release date is May 7th, 2022. Elvis, the original release date was October 1st, 2021. The new release date is November 5th, 2021. And that actually was, that's actually a movie that was with Tom Hanks, actually. So he plays the role of his longtime manager, Colonel Tom Parker. And of course, we all know that at the time that Tom Hanks was filming all this, he had contracted the coronavirus, right? I believe it was right when he had finished filming the rest of the movie. Another movie that's slated to be released next year is The Fast and the Furious 9. The original release date was May 22nd. Now the new release date is April 2nd, 2021. Free Guy, starring Ryan Reynolds, was slated to be released July 3rd. Now the new release is December 11th. Ghostbusters Afterlife, the original release date was July 10th. Now the new release date is March 5th, 2021. Greyhound, starring Tom Hanks, also was scheduled to be released June 12th. The new release date is yet to be, it's TBD, to be determined. So, so that's going to be something that we're going to have to wait on as well. John Wick 4 was slated to be released May 21st, 2021. Now the new release date is May 27th, 2022. Jungle Cruise with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the original release date was July 24th. The new release date is July 30th, 2021. Minions: The Rise of Gru was originally released, slated to be released July 3rd. The new release date is now July 2nd, 2021. Mission Impossible 7 was scheduled to be released July 23rd, 2021. The new release date is November 19th, 2021. Mission Impossible 8, original release date was August 5th, 2022. The new release date is now November 4th, 2022. Morbius, which that movie looks pretty awesome, by the way. I saw the trailer for it. I was really looking forward to that one. The original release date was July 31st. The new release date is now March 19th, 2021. Mulan, which is the live action movie from Disney. The original release date was March 27th. Now the new release date is July 24th. The New Mutants. The original release date was May 15th. The new release date is still to be determined. No Time to Die, the new James Bond movie, which we all know also got delayed. The original release date was April 10th. The new release date is now November 25th, and I talked about that in one of my earlier episodes. So there's that. The Batman was originally slated to be released June 25th, 2021. The new release now is October 1st, 2021. And that movie actually was supposed to, it actually filmed as much as it could, but unfortunately it had to stop. They actually had to shut them down because of the COVID-19 crisis started getting worse, so they had no choice but to shut down production on that one. So I don't know, maybe that date might be a little presumptuous, or maybe they filmed pretty much everything they did, and now they're just editing, which that's the reason why they gave that new date. The Secret Garden was originally slated to be released April 17th. The new release date is now August 14th. Shazam 2. The original release date was April 1st, 2022. The new release date now is November 4th, 2022. Spider-Man Far From Home, the sequel. The original release date was July 16th, 2021. The new release date now is November 5th, 2021. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse sequel. The original release date was April 8th, 2022. The new release date is now October 7th, 2022. The SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run. The original release date was May 22nd. The new release date is now August 7th. Top Gun Maverick was scheduled to be released June 24th. The new release date is now December 23rd. Venom Let There Be Carnage. The original release date was October 2nd. The new release date now is June 25th. So with that, there's just so many other movies. Of course, Wonder Woman 1984. The original release date was June 5th. The new release date now is August 14th. So like those movies, there's just so many other movies that have been rescheduled as well. If you want to go ahead and check out the full list of these movies that are being rescheduled, go ahead and go to etonline.com and you'll be able to check out the full list of every single movie that has been delayed and has now a new date. And of course, we couldn't have May the 4th be with you, May 4th, without a little bit of Star Wars news. Looks like there's a lot of really cool stuff coming to the Disney Plus. And of course, since it is May 4th, Disney Plus decided to give everybody a little treat by uploading episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, finally on Disney Plus. So all of you Disney Plus members can go ahead and definitely stream that movie, and if you want, just binge watch all 9 of the movies on Disney Plus starting today. Because they just added the final installment of the Star Wars saga. But that's not the only really cool stuff that's happening right now on Disney Plus. Looks like we are getting a season 2 of The Mandalorian, and it premieres October 20th. So I'm really excited about that, because the way the episode ended last season was amazing. The cliffhanger was incredible. So I'm really looking forward to see exactly what happens next, especially with the little baby Yoda. So I'm looking forward to that. Another movie that is scheduled to be to actually have its own series. It's actually going to be called, well, this might be a working title, but it's called Cassian Andor Rogue One. It's the prequel actually to Rogue One. Actually, we all remember Cassian Andor. He was the one that helped the young woman find the plans for the Death Star. But he did have a past, and this series apparently talks about that past along with his sidekick K2SO. So that's going to be a really cool series to check out. It's going to be kind of a thriller. So a lot of people are looking forward to that. One series that I've been looking forward to for the longest time, ever since the rumor mill started spinning about this, is Obi-Wan Kenobi. That series was always rumored to have happened. Apparently, they did make the announcement. Lucasfilm did do a reveal at 2019's D23 Expo that Ewan McGregor would actually reprise his role as Obi-Wan Kenobi in a new series. So I'm really looking forward to that. And Ewan McGregor actually said, quote, the scripts are really, really good. They want to make them better. They just slid the production to shooting next year, so it's not as dramatic as it sounds. We're airing on the same day and all that. So really looking forward to that one. I mean, looks like Lucasfilm is definitely doing a lot of really cool things going on right now. But another big news that was just announced is that it's official. Taika Waititi is directing a new Star Wars movie, which we all believed that pretty much after Episode 9, everything would be done. But apparently there is another movie that's coming up, right after this one. There is no word really as to what the movie's going to be about, but there is word that Christy Wilson Cairns, she was the Academy Award winning nominee for 1917, will be helping Waititi with the screenplay for the new Star Wars feature film. So again, we don't know what the feature film is going to be about, but one thing's for sure: if it's directed by Waititi, it should be really, really good. Obviously, we've seen, he directed the season 1 finale of The Mandalorian, which is amazing. He also directed Thor Ragnarok, and now he's actually the new movie Thor Love and Thunder. He directed that one as well. It's slated to be released February 11th, 2022. So looking forward to a lot of really cool stuff that's coming to not only Disney Plus but to the big screen once this entire crisis is over with and people are able to go back to going to the movies all over again. And another movie that is being rebooted, not a Disney movie, mind you, but this is a movie that was back in the 90s, which was a really cool movie back then. Demolition Man 2 is in the works. Warner Brothers has made it official that Sylvester Stallone has confirmed that Demolition Man 2 is going to be happening, and I'm curious to see exactly where they're taking it with this one. I mean, obviously we know how it was before. If you haven't seen Demolition Man, well, here's a spoiler alert for you. At the end of Demolition Man, it seems that San Angeles was finally starting to loosen up a little bit after having a stick up its butt. So, and that was all thanks to Stallone's character, John Spartan, because he came from a rather, primitive, I guess they called it, type of world in Los Angeles until he was cryogenically frozen and thawed out in the year 2032 when Los Angeles doesn't exist anymore, and now it's San Angeles, and it's like a peaceful, pacifistic utopia, which is very boring. But here comes Stallone's character Spartan to kind of shake things up after his rival Simon Phoenix, that was played by Wesley Snipes, decides to create, start havoc in a very peaceful world. So it was a very interesting concept. It was actually one of my favorite movies, to be honest. But it's going to be even more interesting to see what kind of a reboot or what kind of a part 2 they're planning on doing with this one. Because when we last left off, it seems like Spartan and a bunch of rebels decided to combine forces with the peaceful people of San Angeles to kind of, loosen things up and make things a little bit more fun again and less stoic and less proper. So it'll be interesting to see exactly where they're going with this. Recently, Stallone was in an Instagram Q&A, and basically he went ahead and answered a few questions. And one of the answers was, I think it is coming. We're working on it right now with Warner Brothers, and it's looking fantastic. So that should come out. That's going to happen. And this is in reference to Demolition Man 2. So looking really forward to checking out this reboot version of Demolition Man. So, man, I'm excited to go ahead and check that one out, coming very, very soon. Up next in sports, looks like the NFL is going to be canceling a couple of international games to Mexico and the UK, so we'll talk a little bit about that. But first, here is Dovley's Ricochet right here on the Xander Effect.
Baby, are you here to stay? 'Cause if you are, I'm going nowhere. Show me if you feel the same. And I'll ricochet. So tell me all of your desires, and I'll tell you my deepest secrets. I want you with no constraints, and I'll ricochet. I want you to know, whenever you shine your light, I'll send it back. And if we need time alone, let's leave space. 'Cause something like this can last if we just freeze fast. Either way, ricochet, ricochet. Do you wanna melt a tree? 'Cause if you do, I've got the patience. So tell me what you wanna make, and I'll ricochet. 'Cause I just wanna grow with you, bring the best out of each other. And right now's only just a taste. It'll ricochet. I want you to know, whenever you shine your light, I'll send it back. And if we need time alone, let's leave space. 'Cause something like this can last if we just freeze fast. Either way, ricochet, ricochet. We should be living, baby. Whenever you shine your light, I'll send it back. And if we need time alone, let's leave space. 'Cause something like this can last if we just freeze fast. Either way, ricochet, ricochet.
Hey guys, this is Ian Guerin, and you're listening to the Xander Effect.
I always knew if I lost you I'd die, and I'm losing you now, so I'm so terrified. I'm so terrified. Some say I'm a fool for standing for you, but how can I not if I once said I the moment that we shared, I still hear in my heart. I miss wrapping you in my arms, but I cannot look back, so I cry. 'Cause it hurts to fall in love with a prisoner wall, and it hurts me even more that you don't even know. Every time I heard your voice, I was falling in love, and I cried deep inside. They say big boys don't cry, they say big girls survive. Forget those stereotypes. The day you left, I died. You were the strings of my guitar and the key to my heart. So forgive me if I ask, if I text but you reply. It's been 4 beautiful Sundays. I've been meaning to take you to lunch, but I call on your phone and you're not alone. It hurts to know I'm now on my own. My feelings haven't changed since you walked through that door, and the moment that we shared, I still hear in my heart. I miss wrapping you in my arms, but I cannot look back, so I cry. 'Cause it hurts to fall in love with a prisoner wall, and it hurts me even more that you don't even know. Every time I heard your voice, I was falling in love, and I cried deep inside. So I'ma take the stream of me and you, baby, and I'ma throw it out 'cause I'm just sick, baby, of your lies and your cheating, your deceit and your scheming, your false love and daydreaming, being the friend that just listens, baby girl. If you're leaving, just be sure that you're leaving, 'cause I won't take you back. You'll be out of my life. No more Mr. Nice Guy for you. Cause it hurts to fall in love with a prisoner wall, and it hurts me even more that you don't even know. Every time I hear your voice, I was falling in love, and I cried. 'Cause my feelings haven't changed since you walked through the door, and the moment that we shared, I still hear in my heart. I'm wrapping in my arms, but I cannot look back. My home isn't home since you walked through the door. My heart doesn't know who he is anymore. Should I just give you up? Stop my cry, let you go.
That was Ian Guerin's Cry right here on the Xander Effect. In sports, looks like the NFL is canceling a lot of international games for this season. They had scheduled to be going to Mexico and London, but that has been officially canceled due to the current coronavirus crisis that is affecting the entire world. Basically, Roger Goodell went ahead and made the announcement that the entire season is going to be played here in the United States in 2020. Christopher Haplin, an NFL exec, said, after considerable analysis, we believe the decision to play all our games domestically this season is the right one for our players, our clubs, and all our fans in the U.S., Mexico, and UK. We greatly appreciate the support of our governmental and stadium partners in Mexico and the United Kingdom, who all agree with this decision, and we look forward to returning for games in both countries in the 2021 season. Now, here's the thing that's kind of like, it makes me wonder a little bit if they're already starting to cancel. Well, obviously, canceling season games, out of the country during this crisis is definitely a good idea. But could that be a sign of things to come? I mean, there's still talks about doing games in stadiums with no fans in them. But I don't know. That still might be up in the air, in my opinion. I think they might end up just canceling the NFL season altogether until this crisis has been averted. They're still looking for alternatives. I mean, according to the NFL, the NFL season continues to move forward, but it's going to be kind of weird. So who knows? Who knows if they're actually going to continue on with this idea of the NFL season to move forward. So far, all other sports have canceled their seasons. Major League Baseball's gone. NBA is still up and down. I mean, but for the most part, they're also canceled right as of right now. The NHL season, the Major League Soccer, everything has been canceled so far. So for the NFL to move forward during this time of crisis, it's a little bit, I don't know, it kind of raises a little bit of an eyebrow, in my opinion. I don't know. So we'll see what happens in this in the next coming months, because preseason's supposed to start in August. So we'll see what happens by then if they decided to go ahead and move forward with this idea of a no stadium or actually no crowd type of games. In other sports news, looks like another bit of Michael Jordan's 5-episode series on ESPN, The Last Dance, which pretty much showcases Michael Jordan's final season with the Bulls. He also talks about how he wanted to sign with Adidas back in 1984, but they didn't want to make him a priority, apparently. And that right there is insane. He was very apprehensive at the time about taking the meeting with Nike, but he was pushed by his mother to go ahead and take the meeting. And at the time, it just, he wasn't feeling Nike. He was all about Adidas. And also, he took meetings with Converse, but Converse also had their top players that they were showcasing at the time, which is Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. So that was on their roster as well. But Nike, this is a brand new company at the time, and Michael Jordan didn't think that Nike was a top flight shoe at the time. So that's why he was a little bit kind of up against the fence about it. He's like, yeah, I don't really want to go see these guys. He basically goes on to say, quote, he go into the meeting not wanting to be there, and Nike made this big pitch. My father said, you'd have to be a fool not taking this deal. This is the best deal. And at the time, Nike was starting their Air technology, so, he basically decided, he came on the ground floor of a brand new concept. Man, little did Adidas or Converse ever could fathom how huge Michael Jordan would be in the sport of basketball. And Nike cashed in on a multi-billion-dollar investment. And wow, did they cash in ever. So that was pretty much how that happened with Nike. And again, Adidas and Converse both must be kicking themselves in the butt for not taking that deal back when they had a shot. In other sports news, looks like Donald Cerrone wants to get a revenge on Anthony Pettis after he, quote, kicked my liver out of my body. So at this time, it seems that Donald Cerrone will face and will get his chance at Anthony Pettis again at UFC 249. And it's been a while since both of these fighters have faced each other. The last time they faced each other was back in January of 2013 when Anthony Pettis gave him a really devastating body kick in less than 3 minutes into their bout. So, and that pretty much laid him out. Cerrone went ahead and said, he kicked my liver out of my body in our first fight. It sucked. Of course, you always want to get a loss back, but it's just stylistically a good matchup. It's a good fight with good fun. It's a fight that people want to see. And also, it goes on, pretty much goes on to mention that was actually Cerrone's first knockout loss in MMA, in the MMA. So, yeah, it should be a very interesting fight to check out. I mean, both of these fighters are incredible athletes, and I'm looking forward to checking that one out. In other sports news, it's a sad day in the NFL as Dolphins Hall of Fame coach Don Shula has passed away at the age of 90. Coach Shula was the only coach in NFL history to have a team that went undefeated in the entire season when he coached the Miami Dolphins. So he's definitely a legend, or he was a legend. He was an icon for the sport. The Dolphins issued a statement, and they said, quote, Don Shula was the patriarch of the Miami Dolphins for 50 years. He brought the winning edge to our franchise and put the Dolphins and the city of Miami in the national sports scene. Our deepest thoughts and prayers go out to Marianne, along with his children Dave, Donna, Sharon, Ann, and Mike. Shula went ahead and coached the Miami Dolphins with a whopping incredible record of 347 games, including playoff games. He coached the Dolphins to the league's undefeated streak of 17-0 in 1972, which basically all, you know, it was incredible because they went on to the Super Bowl and they beat the Washington Redskins 14-7 at Super Bowl 7. So that's something that no other team in history, I mean, we're talking about they went undefeated not just in the regular season, but they went undefeated in the playoffs and in the Super Bowl. Like, so that right there, no other team has been able to do that in the history of the NFL so far. I mean, there's been other teams that have gotten very close to it, but definitely that record has not been broken to this day since 1972. Deepest condolences also from here from the Xander Effect go to the family of Don Shula. A legend has now gone. Coming up next in video game news, looks like Assassin's Creed has a lot of really awesome features on it. I'm going to talk a little bit about that, but first, here is Ian Thomas featuring Qwes Kross, Money, right here on the Xander Effect.
Money, 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 money. Money comes and goes, but you will stay right here forever. Diamonds are beautiful, and we gon' shine that bright together. Let me show you all these new hits, cause you deserve it, girl. While we take it to the limit and give you a purpose, girl. I'ma change your life and you're gonna love it. Got a racks to the sky, but you're above it. You will love this money, girl, money, girl. I'ma spend it on you, spend it on you. Come get this money, girl, cause it's waiting on you, yeah. Dollars on the floor, and you can live that life forever. Hundreds, plenty gold, don't gotta go nowhere. Let me show you all these new hits, cause you deserve it, girl. While we take it to the limit and give you a purpose, girl. I'ma change your life and you're gonna love it. Got a racks to the sky, but you're above it. You will love this money, girl, money, girl. I'ma spend it on you, spend it on you. Come get this money, girl, cause it's waiting on you, yeah.
This money, girl, greenbacks I know you like. Kross, we taking off. Qwes Kross, that big boss. You ask like I get it done. The Shandy and the Matt. We're in Switzerland, off in Antwerp like that. Where those diamonds are at. My wing high flights, no risk. If it's TSA, walk right through there like who's this? Man, I'm global around. That is international band. We be counting up those pounds. You be acting like wow.
Change your life and you're gonna love it. Got a racks to the sky, but you're above it. You will ever love this money, girl, money, girl. I'ma spend it on you, spend it on you. Come get this money, girl, cause it's waiting on you, yeah.
Yo, what up? This is AB.
Hey guys, this is Sean Kanan.
What's going on? It's Amanda Holly.
Hey, Jeremy Miller from Growing Pains here.
This is Maxim Watt O'Reilly Sawyer. And you're listening.
And you're listening.
And you're listening to the Xander Effect.
6 a.m. and now she said I'm gone. I know that I love her and I never do it wrong. You know you're wrong, gone. You know you're wrong, you're done. Waking up at 6 a.m. and now you say I'm gone. I'm blowing up your phone, you don't listen, I'm alone. You know you're wrong, gone. Yeah, I'm alright. You know you're wrong, you're done. I'm done. Waking up at 6 a.m. and now you say I'm gone. I'm blowing up your phone, you don't listen, I'm alone. You know you're wrong. Get back, get back, get back. You know you're wrong, you're done. You know I'm done, right? You know you're wrong.
You're listening to the Xander Effect. Oh boy.
Now I have become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Into science, varied speed, resonation backwards atom, shockwave patterns, perfect field, incinerate the atmosphere. Invert the spark. Explode the core. Enrich the god. Implode the song.
We scientists who released this immense power have overwhelming responsibility in this world life and death struggle to harness power. We ask your help in this fateful moment as sign that we scientists do not stand alone.
Standing with the universe, contracted with our consciousness. 70 years of modest peace, infinite more we're hoping for. Progressful race into destruction. Burn the hose, lest ye be burned. Invert the spark. Explode the core. Enrich the god. Implode the song.
As a perfectly attainable goal. Its accelerated development is solemnly proclaimed by the President. If successful, radioactive poisoning of the atmosphere and annihilation of any life on Earth may be involved within the range of technical possibilities.
It's the people foreign planet. Burn them all. Our soul is column. Freezing clouds, blanket darkness, altered genomes, deformation.
the atom bombs be made.
That was the FM's Implosion model, and right before that one was Uncle Africa's Gone. Both awesome songs right here on the Xander Effect. In video game news, in case you haven't seen it yet, Ubisoft released an awesome trailer of its brand new game for the next-gen consoles, both for the PS5 and the the Xbox Series X. The Assassins Creed Valhalla trailer. Man, I saw that trailer. It was absolutely amazing. Graphics were just impeccable. I mean, I can't wait for this game to come out and for me to have the opportunity to play it on the next gen console. Ubisoft went ahead and I mean, so far there's a lot of stuff that you can do on this game. They put out a statement on their website and they said, quote, "Sail across the icy North Sea to discover and conquer the broken kingdoms of England. Immerse yourself in activities like hunting, fishing, dice, and drinking games, or engage in traditional Norse competitions like flighting, or, as it's better known, verbally devastating rivals through the art of the Viking rap battle." Yes, you heard correctly. Viking rap battles. That's actually going to be included in this game. So I'm kind of curious to know what exactly that means exactly, because I mean, I've never really heard of a Viking rap before, so that's going to be very interesting. But aside from that, I mean, I'm looking forward to, again, the storylines that comes with all the Assassin's Creed series. I mean, so far they haven't disappointed. Every single one of the Assassin's Creeds, I mean, in my opinion, have been absolutely amazing. The story's a little bit broken here and there because we all started with one story and then it jumped into like 3 other ones. It was a kind of a very strange situation how the story went from one into the other. And plus there was also that time that Ubisoft took like a year off from developing another Assassin's Creed, and when they restarted it restarted in a completely different story. So there's a lot of different, like a lot of weird things that happen, but the games are still really cool to play. Like regardless if the story wasn't on track or it didn't continue on with Desmond or any of the other characters, it still was a lot of fun to continue to play. And even after the Desmond died, there was still a kind of sort of the continuation, but then after that, that's where it all fell apart. So looking forward to see exactly what story this one has behind it, both for the person that's going back to, you know, the Vikings past life and everything, and also the Vikings life exactly, to see where they're going with that. So who knows? We'll see what happens. In other video game news, Call of Duty Warzone is seemingly headed to the next gen consoles. In an interview with GamerGen, Taylor Kurosaki of Infinity Ward basically answered a lot of questions in regards to what's happening as far as Call of Duty goes and the next gen console, and he went ahead and said, quote, "Call of Duty is a genre in itself. There are different branches in the Call of Duty tree, but they're all connected in some ways. Warzone will be the through line that connects all of the different various sub-franchises of Call of Duty." So in essence, it basically means that Warzone will continue on in the next-gen consoles, but here's the question that remains. So far, Cyberpunk and their developers have said that they were going to go ahead and not charge anybody for the game and make it transferable to the next-gen console, which is really cool because as I mentioned, you know, a while ago, you know, it really sucked for all of us gamers that had to buy an Xbox and re-buy a bunch of new games that we already owned. You know, that was extra money, and that was a little greedy from these game developers to go ahead and do something like that to us loyal gamers. So, you know, I'm wondering if, you know, Call of Duty and Infinity Ward is gonna follow suit as Cyberpunk and make the game transferable. Only time will tell. We'll see what happens. The next gen consoles do come out at the end of this year, so it's still we're still left to see whether or not a lot of these games are going to be backwards compatible or what's going to happen next. That's the news. In case you haven't heard it, thank you so much for listening. Remember, we are still in this crisis right now. We're still in this together. Slowly but surely, things are starting to, reopen little by little. And, but we're still not out of the woods yet. So we still have to be careful. We still have to be very mindful of what's going on and very cautious. And, like I said, when you go out, just be careful. Wear your masks, your gloves, your goggles if you got them, and just be safe for yourself and for your family. Thank you so much for listening. And remember, music always, always heals all. We'll see you next time.
Y'all. I be tell I told. Yeah, you did. They ain't believe it though. One life. Do Brown. Same game, be telling. What up? Woo! So we kick it like it's kickball. Power couple. She dripping in that Dolce Gabbana. They wanna touch her. Everybody know that's do girl. What you gonna do by me and her take on the world? Now that's a truth.
Hey everyone, the Xander Effect is powered by 50/50 Global Music Inc., Sony Music, The Orchard, and BMG Bertelsmann Group in association with Art 19 Media.